Amount of scrutiny, the amount of attention, and frankly, the lack of being able to work with the public as a result of that increased suspicion that the agents are involved in excessive force.
Reform Commissioner Gil Kurlikowski says the shootings, all before his time on the job, have harmed his agency's credibility with the community. He thinks cameras will vindicate the majority of his agents and hold accountable the overly aggressive.
We've had almost 400 assaults on Border Patrol agents, and of course, almost every single one of those is in the southwest border.
The body cams, how will they help your agents in violent situations, do you believe?
So most of the experience with body-worn cameras in law enforcement has been that it has actually exonerated an agent or an officer because it's one additional piece of evidence about what occurred.
The United States today spends more money on border control than ever before. More agents, more technology, and more weapons. $18 billion a year. 8,700 cameras watching the wall, watching the ports of entry. And from helium balloons, the terrain. And soon cameras on the agents themselves at a cost of tens of millions of dollars.
There was 5. Let them know there was 1 more. That was a total of 5. Yeah.
I think in the long run, with more cameras, we'll prove that over and over again, these agents treat people the way I've seen them beat people, in a very humane way. We've had a relentless focus on tactics, on new policy, on equipment, on training, and the body-worn cameras will just be a part of that.
Like this state-of-the-art simulator at a training facility in West Virginia.
You ready?
Yep. Where I experienced firsthand how the scenarios can quickly get out of hand.
This is a Colt M4.
Well, this is what you guys use?
Yeah, this is actually one of the weapons that we use, and this is no different than any weapon that you might find in the field, other than it's been converted over with a laser kit.
First, I'm confronted with a tragic movie theater active shooter scene. It requires quick response and snap life and death judgments. In all, I managed to mistakenly shoot 3 civilians.
Oh, I just shot somebody bad.
Be shot at least twice myself before finally bringing down the gunman.
Even though this might be a once-in-a-career experience, the more that we can expose them to these kinds of things, the better for us. And, frankly, the better for the public.
The next scenario was much more akin to the everyday work of a Border Patrol agent. I'm given a rock to hide behind, an attempt and arrest of smugglers at the border.
Border Patrol doesn't hide, so we would look at it as cover, right? Okay. It's a cover.
I would hide and run. You would duck and cover.
Fair enough, all right.
Border Patrol agents trained with a less than lethal taser.
Taser. Taser, taser, taser.
What did you feel your body do?
Just no control. It tensed up, and there we go. If it ever comes down to an encounter where I'm defending myself, I'm going to use it. I know what the effects are.
Agents are also getting a new arsenal of less than lethal weapons.
Our field commanders determine what tool best works in their AOR.
Like a wide variety of non-lethal bullets, pepper sprays, chemical sprays.
We'll launch a bunch of projectiles either at the ground, on the infrastructure. If he's on top of a fence, maybe getting ready to throw rocks at an agent, we can hit the top of the fence with the pepper balls, and what it does is disperse that pepper powder in the air. So he makes him cough, makes him stop what he's doing, get off the fence, get back from what he's doing.
In the past, agents often responded to rocks with guns, leading to fatalities and lawsuits. For Jose Rodriguez's mom, she says another tool that could change behavior would be to punish the man who killed her son and now awaits trial.
Yo quiero verlo sentenciado a cárcel para que no vuelvan a hacerlo.
Life and death on the American frontier, and the man in charge who hopes new technology will make a difference. For Nightline, I'm Jim Avila in McAllen, Texas.
Up next, the hunt is on for America's next supermodel, while your chances of getting discovered may be just as good if you happen to be in the Midwest. And America's newest dancing queen, why Bindi Irwin is hanging up her high heels and reaching for her muddy boots. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, but already the race is underway in New York to get ready for Spring Fashion Week. And the search is on for that next it girl or guy. But you don't have to be in New York, Paris, or Milan to get discovered. As it turns out, Middle America is actually a gold mine for fresh-faced, untapped modeling potential. Tonight, ABC's Mara Schiavocampo once again takes us on the hunt for America's next supermodel.
She's tall, or she has long legs. She's cute. Yeah. Mary and Jeff Clark are high-fashion model scouts, combing the crowds of teeny bopper concert venues and small-town malls.
You like her?
On the hunt for fashion's next it girl or guy.
Excuse me, do you model already? No, ma'am. You're so beautiful. You both are. How old are you? I'm 17. Can I give you a card?
With just a glance, they know if a girl has runway potential.
You're so beautiful, and I'd love to just talk to you about it, or talk to your parents so that they know, and have them go to our website. Nice to meet you. I hope to hear from you. Bye. She's at an age where she could really pursue this on a bigger scale. She's absolutely beautiful.
Mary and Jeff say the Midwest is an untapped gold mine for supermodels in the making.
Would you be interested in modeling at all?
The husband and wife team's business took off when Mary discovered this guy at an Iowa bar. Yep, that's Ashton Kutcher.
So tell me about Ashton. What stood out?
I just remember thinking he was gorgeous, really beautiful, and big personality. Extremely confident right out of the gate. I was like, whoa, yeah.
Here's Ashton at his humble beginning, his first modeling job, selling $20 jeans for Montgomery Ward. And then there's supermodel Carly Kloss, one of the highest paid models in the world, who they found in a Missouri mall model search.
Carly at the time was 13 years old and 5'6". A few years later, she'd had this major growth spurt. And at that point, I think she was maybe 5'9".
5'9".
Yeah.
So 3 inches.
Yeah.
And you were like,
yeah. Keep growing. Yes.
They run their mom and pop operation out of their basement in Darden Prairie, Missouri.
This is our active roster of models that we have that are, traveling around the world, placed in different markets.
Yeah, and probably out of those 15,
probably 3 will work out.
But Mary and Jeff say their latest discoveries, 20-year-old Elijah Harrison.
Good. Do you have a farmer's tan?
And 18-year-old Hazel Crew
Come on.
are on the verge of something big.
Go get it. Sheep are so dumb.
Hazel still lives in Iowa with her family on this 125-year-old sheep farm. At nearly 6 feet tall with legs for days, Hazel recently walked her first runway shows in Paris for designers Schiaparelli and Ralph & Russo.
You can't hold back. You can't be that shy little sheep farmer.
Hazel is on her way. But Elijah is about to take his first step, a trip to New York City. Mary and Jeff have set up a meeting with an agent, the same one who launched Channing Tatum's career. That's a lot of pressure for a guy they found 4 months earlier at a gas station in Hannibal, Missouri.
He walked in front of us, and we both were didn't really say much to each other. We just jumped out of the car and went in.
Which is always the best sign.
Yeah.
where you both agree.
Yes, so we don't even have to talk.
I noticed this guy just kind of checked me out, and I'm like, dude, what's your problem?
He had the height, he had the build. He's really chiseled.
I had never thought about a career in fashion or the fashion industry.
The right person looks at him and says, I love this guy. Boom. It can go like this. Come over this way, little step.
Mary and Jeff are spending months of their time preparing Elijah.
Be a little more relaxed. Right now,
like that. Just how you are right now.
And investing thousands of dollars in test shoots.
It looks tense. Maybe dig in deep and find something that's like, you know what I mean?
With no guaranteed commission unless he gets signed in New York and starts booking work.
He's so fearless.
The stakes are high for him, too. He dropped out of school and quit his job just to give modeling a shot.
I think we got it.
Yeah. Good job.
And that's a wrap.
A few days later, Elijah boards the second plane he's ever been on and arrives in New York for the first time, his father, Don, by his side.
I certainly wasn't going to let my youngster come all the way to New York City all by himself.
I haven't traveled around too much. That's the biggest city I've been to is St. Louis. My dream is to travel the world, so this might be the first step. It is pretty overwhelming. I mean, this is so different than anything I've ever seen or been a part of. I have so many feelings going on, a little nervous, excited, anxious. Like when they say it's delayed, they're not kidding.
It's time for the meeting with the agent that could change his whole life. At Soul Artist Management, Jason Canner is the guy he's been waiting to meet.
Hi, my name is Elijah Harrison. I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Hannibal, Missouri.
He struts his stuff.
Okay, guys.
Let's go in the office.
Have a chit chat?
The shape that you're in is perfect, so there's nothing to change. Just, cool. I want to know exactly how tall you are and get you rolling with testing, because we definitely want to sign you.
Right on.
Cool.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
Welcome to Soul.
Thank you.
The trajectory that Elijah Harrison could have would be shows for either like Versace or Calvin Klein, maybe Louis Vuitton. I think Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger would be interested in the States.
It's like a dream.
It was just a sweet moment. Those are the moments that you don't forget. That's why we love what we do.
It's just the beginning.